This is the final video about Meeting Pro 4 and covers the settings, where you can fine-tune the program to meet your exact requirements. To access the settings, select the Meeting Pro icon from the Windows notification area and then select Settings. Details about your smart hardware will appear under the Hardware settings. To change settings related to Meeting Pro, touch here. There is the option to protect these settings with a password to prevent unwanted changes to settings by meeting room users. There are 6 tabs in Settings. The first controls the default meeting mode, this being the screen which is displayed when you begin a meeting. The default is a whiteboard, but you can change this to desktop. Below it are options which control what happens when you reset the room and end the meeting. Meeting Pro always asks you if you want to log the PC out of its user account and email the files, but here you can select if these options are ticked or not ticked when the room is reset. The next tab controls whiteboard settings. The default whiteboard style is an unbound whiteboard, but you can change this to classic whiteboard. The default whiteboard mode is normal, but if you prefer the whiteboard to open in full mode, then you can change this setting. This option controls the default file save format, which we recommend you leave as Smart Meeting Pro, that is FCW files, unless you have a specific reason to change it. The default ink in Meeting Pro is calligraphic, which gives smooth edges to your ink, but you can change this to regular ink if you so wish. Finally, Meeting Pro by default will save your whiteboard files as it goes along, so they can be recovered if your PC crashes. You can change the number of minutes Meeting Pro waits between each default save and switch this option off altogether if you need to, although we recommend that you leave it switched on. The next tab controls the Bridget settings for your room. If you want to, you can automatically share the primary screen each time a meeting begins. You can also choose whether to display the meeting password on the collaboration bar. The address of the Bridget server you are using goes here, along with any of the passwords you may need. Finally, you can change the name of the room or the meeting room name here. The fourth tab relates to the email settings the room uses when emailing files at the end of the meeting. The room email address and the mail server goes in these boxes. Or, if you are going to use the system email set up on the computer, tick this box. Next are gallery options. Here you can hide the stock content if you prefer only custom content you have added to be available, and you can also specify the location where custom content is saved. If you need to add additional gallery folders that have been shared by other users, you can add them in this box here. The final tab relates to integration with Microsoft Exchange. With this option enabled, users can book a meeting room via the calendar in Exchange, and details of the meeting, including Bridget details, will appear in the shared calendar. This option would normally be set up by somebody in technical support for your organisation.